From the West Coast to the Gulf Coast, we're talking about the stuff that matters. You're listening to Lunch Money, and here's your hosts, Mike and Joaquin.
Welcome to another episode, guys. We are glad to be here. Joaquin, how are you doing today?
We're good. I'm very excited to get episode 2 started. We're on a roll, dude.
We are back and in action, and we are just pumping out the episodes like Joe Biden is pumping out stimulus checks.
Yeah, make it rain.
Make it rain. Today's episode is brought to you by McDonald's and diabetes. So.
And Arrowhead Water. We have big sponsors, guys. It's been great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I had for lunch today? The wife went down to McDonald's and got the new BTS burger combo.
That sounds super healthy.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
Well, it's not so much about that. It's about the BTS. I mean,
BTS
has
yeah,
their own
yeah.
burger.
See, the Korean guys, they're doing it, right? They're mainstream now. See, I have friends that have been on that scene before. It was cool, but it's cool now. So I wonder how they feel about it. It's pretty funny.
If you live in my house, it's very cool.
Yeah.
And,
Is this recently or has this been like a new thing?
Oh, this is about like the last year, probably.
Right. Yeah. I think that's when they kind of hit more mainstream. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't know what BTS is, I don't even know what BTS stands for. But
boys do stuff. That's what it stands for.
Boys that sing. So they're a Korean boy band. They're like the Korean Beatles, and they've come to America and taken America by storm. They're on Jimmy Kimmel. They're on.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name?
They're everywhere on mainstream. I think you nailed
dude.
it.
Yeah, they're everywhere. So they just got their own hamburger combo at McDonald's. And just like what's that other guy that had his Jake Paul?
No, there was a McDonald's is pretty smart with their marketing. I think they did a Travis Scott, which is like a
Travis Scott.
and they also did some Hispanic guy or a Latino. I forgot his name, but he also had his burger for a while.
The George Lopez taco burger.
But they're doing really smart marketing to get those audience. Yeah.
Yes. My wife and my daughters went down to McDonald's today and bought up like probably way too many BTS combos.
So did it come with like kimchi and like some tofu soup or what's going on?
Man, I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I think it was the sauces. It like had a certain sauce that came with it, that BTS boys like and everything.
Yeah.
So. But they are a Korean boy band, man. They are new. So they just dropped a new song called Butter. Mm-hmm. And their other song was Dynamite, and you've probably heard that one on the Samsung, I think.
Oh yeah, the ads.
That song.
Yeah. The Korean people, they're very, apparently there's also another. I can't believe we're talking about this, but there's another Korean band
that went in a weird direction fast.
This is what happens here. Apparently, there's like an issue with people taking like selfies with iPhones with certain Korean this was a pop band. I think they're all females, and they're like not allowed to take pictures with iPhones because Samsung is a South Korean brand, and they're very like they're very connected culture, so they did not really like Apple, and I found that funny. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, my daughter's in South Korea right now doing it for school. And she's all up in that culture, and that's right. Samsung's from over there, and here's a little stock tip. Actually, been looking at this company called Coupang, and they are a South Korean Amazon.
Yeah, you were mentioning that.
So,
Is that in the New York Stock Exchange or is it?
It is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're publicly traded. CPNG is Coupang, and I think they had their initial public offering a while back. I think it's probably a few months ago.
Right.
Maybe I think maybe it's back in March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was in March. They had their public offering, and they came out at about $50, and then they dropped down to 32.
Wow.
And I got in about 38, 40 when my spot was under $40. So when they got under 40, jumped in, and now they're up to 41.85. So they're showing a little bit of turnaround, but I think that's a good long-term play.
Right. Yeah. So you're inside trading Amazon here, right, with your daughter in South Korea, and she's letting you know that she's getting all this stuff. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
She sends me pictures of the Coupang trucks everywhere.
Oh wow!
So
also we could transition here to IPOs. A lot of IPOs have been coming out, which are initial public offerings, so when a stock goes public, and they've been getting destroyed, dude. Like Coinbase got destroyed, ticker COIN. Coin just got hammered, dude. Did you play that, or did you trade that, or no?
I did not. I was too busy buying, Dogecoin and stuff like that. If you didn't see our last episode, we talked about like people are putting money into Dogecoins and Bitcoin, all these things, and just like
I have a story here, dude. Like, check this out. I remember this vividly. I put around 2,500 into coin. At the same time, I bought the $500 of Dogecoin, right?
Yeah.
If I would have done the inverse of that, I would have had like so many Dogecoins, because that was Dogecoin at 6 cents, and I bought in coin at like 200, like high 200s. You know what I mean? So I got out of the trade. I saw the stock trending down. A lot of people thought it was gonna go to the 400s, like the day of IPO. It just started to crash, and I made a little bit of money off of it. I just pretty much probably like 3 to 5%. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember vividly. I should have put that money into Dogecoin instead.
Well, man, I am just not an IPO guy. I've never really gotten into IPOs because I mean the typical flow of an IPO is it launches, it goes up, and then it just crashes back down. It goes back to normal, like Facebook did, and just. But speaking of IPOs, though, Big Hit Records, which is BTS's parent record company, they went public and they have their own. But it was on the Korean exchange. But
right.
IPOs. What was that other one? Snow. It was like the highest.
Oh, Snowflake,
IPO
right?
launch. Snowflake. Yeah.
Well, same thing with Roblox. So, Roblox, I don't know if you know what that is.
Oh, dude, my son wanted to buy some Roblox stocks.
That was it was good. I think it's having a good
should have.
Yeah, it's honestly not a bad play. I think they're gonna have a bright future, just because most kids are playing, Roblox. Yeah, and then Microsoft owns Minecraft, so Roblox is his own IP. I think it's. I have a friend who purchased it pretty early. But again, like the IPO bubble where it just goes up and it crashes and then it starts trending back up. But definitely IPOs are definitely more speculative plays. They're younger companies or companies that are finally showing us their financials that we really don't know what's going on in the back end.
Yeah. One spinoff that I've kind of taken notice of was AT&T is spinning off Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah, there's something there, right? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I really just like glanced at a headline, but I do not remember what that was about. Are they trying to get into the entertainment space or something?
Well, AT&T was trying to get into the entertainment space. Now I think they're trying to separate out and try to do some, kind of separate themselves from that. So I think it's Warner Brothers is spinning off of AT&T, and they are merging with Discovery Plus, which is
there it was. That's what I think. The Discovery Plus was what I was recalling. And didn't it have like a good run because of the hype?
It did, but they haven't spun off yet. They just announced that they're going to spin off.
Right.
I don't really know exactly what Discovery has done, but I like spinoffs because probably one of the best spinoffs I played last year was Carrier Air Conditioning. So Carrier had a parent company. They spun off Carrier to their own company, and they spun off. And they were like $17 when they spun off, and then they came down to about $11. That's when I bought it.
Wow.
And then now it's like I checked the today. It's like $44 because typically when a spinoff happens, the company gets rid of that. A lot of times it's debt, or it's like a company that they don't really want weighing down their.
It's more of a liability than an asset.
Sometimes, yeah. But then that company gets to really be on its own, and it a lot of times it does very well.
Right.
So something to look for, little spinoffs.
Yeah, I've never really heard of that before. I kind of understand what you're telling me, but I didn't know that that's like a common thing that happens, or that gives you an opportunity to kind of make money in some of those spinoffs.
Yeah. The book I read where I learned about him is called something cheesy like How You Can Be a Stock Market Genius or something.
Oh, dude, those titles always get you, huh, Mike? Always get you.
Yeah, but a friend recommended it to me. But yeah, it's a good, interesting thing to learn. I love to learn. You love to learn.
Yeah. Learning is fun. Or sometimes
learning
it's fun.
Is fun.
Yeah. It's the best. Talk about cheesy, right?
So, what else is going on? How are things in California?
They're starting to open up a lot more now. Things are becoming normal. Business is growing a little bit. The personal training business is what I was focusing on more because things were kind of shut down, right? So, yeah. So we couldn't really do too much with my main business. So I started focusing on the like side hustle for the personal training stuff. Been picking up some clients here or there. It's been going fairly well. I just got off a call actually with someone. Yeah, it's fun. It's been good. I like helping people kind of reach their goals. So it's been good, man. What about you? You pro golf yet? I think last we talked, you were on your way to get your green jacket, right?
Yeah. No, I haven't really golfed that much since the hurricane. So I'm just getting back into it. And I played a few times and it was fun. It's just it's starting to get hot now. So today it was like 87.
Ooh, yeah. For the past 2 days, I mean, we're getting desperate when we're talking about the weather here, but the last 2 days have been hot, like 95, 93, and today it's pretty early, but it feels hot, yeah.
So what's crazy in the news right now is like just to kind of go back to stocks and stuff is GameStop, AMC, like they're like starting to jump up again, which is crazy.
Right. Yeah.
And it's interesting to see the battle of the meme stock here, that the average Joe fighting the big
Goliath, David versus Goliath, dude.
Yeah, the big hedge funds. That's the word I was looking for. Fighting the big hedge funds, and the battle is going on right now, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people have an idea of what happened with AMC and GameStop. But when was the first blow up? Do you remember when that was?
I think it was in January.
Yeah. So January, the beginning of the year, these companies kind of just blew up AMC and GameStop because of the short squeeze that was going on. And I thought it was going to be a one-time thing. And then a few months ago, GameStop was trading around $40 and it exploded back up. It didn't hit new all-time highs, but it did hit, it went from 40 to like 200 something. And then here we are again with like the third time. You know what I mean? So a lot of people thought that this was just a one-time thing, but apparently it's like a common occurrence. And it kind of goes back to last time's, our episode where we talked about kind of trying to make money quickly and take advantage of certain, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like momentum stocks, momentum plays. Very interesting stuff. Yeah.
So I'm pretty deep in AMC right now.
Yeah. So, Mike's very happy today. Let's just say that. Mike is very happy
today. But I've been unhappy for a very long time. Let me just say that.
So let's just talk percentages here, right? So how low were you down at the bottom? Percentages.
Man, I was probably about 50% down.
50%, and you had the cojones, los huevos, not to sell, right?
I've been holding
them diamond hands. Why? Why did you have those diamond hands?
You know what? When it first started dropping, I bought in and then it just went down, and I just was sick for a few days. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna sell. I'm just gonna hang in there. There's a couple of times my wife taught me out of it. She's like, no, just leave it alone. So I kind of forgot about it and just went along with my life.
Right.
And then every now and then it would jump up and there'd be some news or there'd be something and everything. And I'd get back excited, but I was still so far down, and just like this last week, man, it's been going up. I'm in it. My daughter's in it.
So how much are you up currently, percentage wise?
Today, right now, I'm 32% up.
And why didn't you sell when you were up 10, 15, 20%?
Because I'm stupid.
But this is the beautiful thing, right? Like we were literally having this conversation 2 days ago, I think. Like, right?
Yes.
He was like, "Oh, if AMC hits $50," and I'm like, "Well, how about let's start with 15?" And we're almost 20, right? Right now, like we're at 20 almost.
We're touching 20, man. It's 1984 as we speak right now. So I think today's high was.
My point is that. The rational thing to do when you were down 50% of your money for a significant amount of time would have been to like take your profits and live to fight another day. But the beautiful thing about this market is that you get kind of rewarded for doing risky plays. You know what I mean?
I know these meme stocks are like a one-off. I mean, they're like not normal plays,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
basically so my first sell wall is $100. When it reaches $100,
AMC $100.
AMC
Holy!
$100,
So you're
and I
telling me? Hold on,
know.
time out, time out. You're telling me? You're telling me I can 5x my money?
Yes, you could.
You're telling me that I can I see.
Yeah.
I'm over here like I missed the boat on AMC, but you're telling me I still can 5x my money.
Dude, I am not selling until it at least hits 100. There's this thing going around on the internet right now. Okay, right, and I don't agree with it, but it is getting traction. It's the $100,000 sell mark for AMC, and these people are pushing it because they're like, if they're trying to get everybody to go, if we don't sell, we name our price. And so,
In
and if you don't
theory,
fully understand what's going on, it's yeah, these hedge funds are shorting this. There's so many videos on YouTube about it. You can go and check it out, figure out what happens. But in a short squeeze, the sky's the limit on the price. And so, yeah, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not $1,000 guy. If
there's $1,000 AMC
sell.
people.
Oh yeah, well, if there's $100,000 people, there's $1,000.
Wait, oh, you're telling me one share of AMC?
Share. Go look up on YouTube $100,000 AMC, and people are like, seriously, like, if we hold, we will hit 100. We can ask our $100,000 price. I mean, it's the craziest thing.
100,000 price per share. How many outstanding shares of AMC are there? That would be like 100 trillion, or like I don't even know how many shares. That's probably more than the M1 or M2, like the whole monetary supply of like the world.
Oh yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. It's like I watched a video.
But dude, like clearly, like I have my girlfriend's brother, or excuse me, fiance, this brother, was in AMC. I think he got in like very early, like well under $10, maybe 4, 6, I don't remember. But he sold, I think, most of his shares yesterday. You know what I mean? And then I brought you up, and it was like, dude, this guy's a savage. He's just holding diamond hands. But look at, like, you're getting rewarded, right? Like you're getting rewarded for doing something that, in all intents and purposes, probably isn't the wisest thing to do, but that's the market. That's the market that we're in. You know what I mean? And I think you're doing this consciously knowing, like, same thing with me and like Doge and certain plays like that, where like I know this is dumb, but we're just living in a dumb time where you get rewarded for doing dumb things. And that's kind of what goes back to the episode before, where we're talking about like, this probably isn't healthy and this probably isn't good, but I mean, we're doing it and you're getting rewarded for it. You know what I mean?
Dave Ramsey is not out there going, buy AMC, buy GameStop, he's not doing this. It's not.
Yeah.
It's money that if I lost it all, I would be like, okay, it's not going to like destroy my life.
Yeah, but you sound pretty sure, like, about the thesis that it will hit like 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you sell everything and just put it all on on AMC?
You know what? When AMC dropped back down a few weeks ago, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, to $12, I was like, man, I looked at my wife. I said, should I buy some more? And she's like, I think we have enough, And all I would have done at that point is dollar cost average down.
Yeah.
This is the second time I've been at AMC. The first time I got in and I made some money. I got in and it went down, and I was like, holy crud. And then it went back up, and I got out, and I made good money. Not only did I get out, but I made money.
Right.
I was so excited. I thought, this is over. And then it was like, I don't know why I got back in, Joaquin.
No, it's an addiction, dude. You get a high. You get a high, dude. Oh my
God.
Because
I got back in and it plummeted.
See, like, I don't know who you watch for AMC because I'm not in that scene. But for Dogecoin, like, you watch certain YouTubers that have 3 million Dogecoin. They have millions of dollars of Doge, and they show you, right? Like, they take out their phone and show you how much Dogecoin they have, and they're not selling. And that gives you some sort of security, knowing that, like, hey, I have significantly less, and they're not selling with 100 times more. Why would I sell when I have, you know what I mean? And I think it puts us in a weird place in our head, giving us some sort of false security, because like these people have so many coins or shares of a certain thing that is 100x for them, and they're still not selling because they want Doge to be $1 or AMC to be $100, and they're not going to sell until then. Like, it kind of gives us some sort of security when realistically, I mean, who the hell? Who knows, dude? Like, you can't think rationally anymore. I think that's the sum of this episode. Like, it's all crazy, dude.
GameStop went to almost $500, and then it came back down, and now it's going today. It's going up almost $200-300. What's a little bit different for me is I didn't jump into GameStop because I was like, I missed that train. But the next best thing to me was AMC, so that's why I got into that. And the lessons that everybody kind of learned from GameStop on how the hedge funds play dirty, and it's a nasty little game they play, because you got to be so like they say diamond hands. You got to have it, because what's going to happen? What the big thing is right now is everybody's saying the hedge funds just bought like 700,000 shares. Okay. And then what's going to happen is when it gets to like $60, they're going to dump these shares and sell them and create a sell-off. And that's going to scare everybody out, and they'll start selling, and it'll come down. So everybody's saying, hold through that. We know the trick, because that's what they did on GameStop. They did that same tactic. And so it's like,
yeah, and the best thing is probably coming from like a 23-year-old guy from YouTube, right? Like, this information.
Yes, exactly.
And like, that's what I'm thinking. I was laughing because I'm like, what if you went to Harvard Business School and have like a PhD in economics, and like you're like, get your 6-7% a year of of gains, and then like you see people like that are, it's just crazy world, dude. This can't be sustainable. Like, I don't see this. Who knows though? Like, who knows? I don't know how much longer this can be a thing. Can we do this for like another year and a half? Who knows?
Well, man. I think it'll keep getting done until they regulate the hedge funds from creating all these fake shares and from shorting these companies into oblivion. And that's what people are upset about, is that, hey, they can just go in and buy these shorts and destroy companies, and nobody stops them. All the people that have stock in that company lose all their money.
Right. Yeah. Shorting is kind of like, I think it should be allowed, but it's kind of like a thing that I wouldn't necessarily do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like hoping for someone to fail when there's like a lot of other ways to make money. But realistically speaking, like GameStop, I think that they were right about the actual like financially, about the company. I know there was one right by my house, and it kind of shut down. Why do you really need them? Realistically, you don't, right? Most games are downloaded digitally now, so they're right on their bet. Like, GameStop is probably gonna go bankrupt, but they didn't see who was it? Roaring Kitty on Reddit. Just like, they did not see that coming, and now maybe GameStop is gonna be thriving for like the next 50 years, when it was genuinely like on the birth of like on the way to be extinct. You know what I mean? Because like it's just not necessarily needed anymore. And kind of with AMC, not as much. I did go to the movies quite a bit before the pandemic. I had like their Stubs reward program, where they give you like it was just like a membership where they give you like VIP stuff and like cut the lines, and like I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed going to the movies. But yeah, I live right next to a 30 theater, 30 rooms, and 80% was just vacant. There was nothing there, and it was kind of sad, because I remember I grew up in this area 10 years ago. All 30 rooms had movies, and there was like different sections, and it was just like thriving business. But for the last few years, dude, it's just been, I think they went from 30 down to like 15 or 13 rooms, you know what I mean? And all the other space is just there. It's like this giant movie theater complex, but it's just like they only show 10 movies, and it's kind of sad. So I think shorting them was probably the right bet, but clearly not, you know what I mean? Because people like you that don't sell when they probably should are just gonna cause it to go to $100. Not even like 100,000. That's just ludicrous to me. There's no way. But like, who knows, man? Who knows?
Well, I mean, just to clarify, I do sell. I sold my Caesars at $70, And I looked at it today; it's like $104 today. And I was like, sold too early.
But,
yeah,
that's the problem. I think that with what's going on with inflation and everything, just don't sell. Just don't. I mean, unless you're going into it as a swing play or as a trade, if you can just have the luxury of holding, just hold. I mean, honestly, if you don't need the money, just let it ride. Take your profits if you want, but I mean, I haven't sold anything in a really long time. I might have to just because we're gonna remodel the house, but I really don't want to, sell. And even if I make, it's just irrelevant. That's what it's like. What matters is how many shares of a company that you believe in, instead of like how much you're up. But yeah, that's a little different topic. Maybe we could talk about.
Well, yeah. So in January, I got I think I even asked you about it. I was like, man, is it time to sell January? We're at the top of this peak.
Right.
So like at the end of January, I sold everything. I was sitting in my bedroom one day and I was like, this can't go on.
Right.
And so I literally just sat there on my phone and just sold.
You everything. Were a month early.
I was.
A month. But then, it's not a big, it's like.
Yeah. And I was heavily into tech. Into green energy and stuff like that.
Which is getting destroyed for like the past 3 months, dude.
It got destroyed. So I was glad I got out. I missed out on a little bit more money, but
no, that's
pigs get hot.
Yeah. What is it? Bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered.
Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. That's my little saying.
But there was someone who says, "What's the secret to kind of like being successful in the stock market?" He's like, getting out a little early, you know what I mean? Because you can never time the. I mean, you can if you're lucky, but you're not really likely to kind of time the top of the market every time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, my plan on AMC is I'm not gonna try to get out. A lot of times I would get out on the way up. This I'm gonna get out on the way down.
Right.
So when I see it, you can't catch the top of anything. It's too hard.
Yeah, it's
and
very
you can't
unlikely.
catch the bottom. Yeah.
So what are you gonna see? Let's say if it goes up to $55 and you see some support at the $45 mark, and once it breaks the $45, will you sell, or are you just gonna wait for these people on YouTube to tell you when to sell, or what's going on?
Man, I don't know. I'm scared. Hold me. I know, it's like, I mean,
can we just say Mike has a significant amount of money in the AMC? It's life-changing for most people.
I showed Joaquin, and it's
I mean, but who cares, dude? YOLO, diamond hand.
YOLO. I was talking to my wife yesterday. I was like, hey, she's like, because we were like, we got to get a game plan if this thing does squeeze, and we're like, okay, well, look, I said, if we sell at this amount, then we will be out totally our initial investment. And then we're playing with free, and she's like, heck no, I ain't selling at that. My wife's the one who's like, YOLO to the moon, and I'm like, oh my God, it scares me.
But it sounds, she's the one that kept you from selling, right? When you were down 50%, it sounds like. So
I know. I mean, it just like a few weeks ago, it went up to, it touched, I mean, I just got out from being in the negative. I broke even and I was up a little bit. And then it went back down. And I was like, I looked at her. I was like, man, I should have sold like half my shares today.
Right.
And just got out, And she's like, no, just hang in there. I'm like, oh, okay. So.
Yeah, no, I love it, dude. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be exciting. That's all I can tell you.
If it goes to 100, it's tendies for everyone.
Okay, he said it. If it goes to 100, I can you just buy me a new computer? It wouldn't even make a dent, dude.
I will buy you a new computer.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
I will buy you a Mac. You finally have a Mac.
No, I don't do Apple products. Sorry.
Oh man.
You can buy me a. You know what? If you buy me a Mac, I'll take the Mac, dude.
You'll take the Mac?
I'll take.
They're coming out with the different color Macs now, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. No, Apple's been doing some pretty cool stuff with their own silicon chips now, so I think they're stepping it up.
Excellent,
dude. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Good luck to you. I think you'll be okay if you get out at the right time, which is the hardest thing to do. But you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine, unless your wife's like, "Don't sell." When you want
people crazy. Are going to be watching this video and AMC's going to be like $1 and they're going to be like, a stupid guy. So you need to put this one out quick.
Yeah. We'll put it up and put it by the end of the day. We can, or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll give you 24 hours. We'll post this tomorrow and we'll see what AMC is at. I think you'll be fine. Just who knows, man. If you're really waiting for 100 though, that's kind of pushing it for me. But if you just want to, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, because
I can't see it hitting 100, man. Because of the short interest. I was watching Me Kevin yesterday, and I think it's 20%. 20%.
No, I don't believe that.
Oh yeah. No, I mean
I don't know,
that's what they say. Do you think it's shorted over 100%?
I believe there's so many synthetic shares out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, I don't know. Look at GameStop. I mean, GameStop went 100. They're doing the same thing that AMC is doing right now, and then it went from like $7 to $10 to $14.
Yeah, so with GameStop,
100, 200.
The difference with GameStop was that it was, I think, over 100% shorted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, using the same metrics to measure that AMC is currently 20% short, GameStop was over 100%. There was more short stock than actual stocks, right? So that was why that jump from $7 to 400 something was real, right? Because of the fact that there was more outstanding short stock than actual stocks. Using the same metric that's telling us right now, AMC is shorted 20%, GameStop I think is currently shorted like 22%. At that point in time, GME was shorted over 100%, which is crazy. You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody knows how short they are. And what's happening is on June 2nd.
Oh, that's a big
AMC,
thing. Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, AMC's taking a vote so they can count their shares. And so everybody who has AMC stock gets to vote, and then they'll count the shares. So you're probably looking at realistically like August, if that actually did get passed and they counted. But they're like, hey, let's see how many synthetic shares, how many fake shares, how many real shares there are out there, and let's figure it out for real, you know?
Yeah, that's super exciting. But what I've noticed, especially with these momentum plays, you kind of want to, what is it? It's like buy the rumor, sell the fact, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
buy the rumors, sell the news.
Yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah, so you would want to get out a little bit before like they actually like the results of the counting come out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just because, yeah, you can be up 100. Like same thing with all these cryptocurrencies and all these momentum plays. Like you can be up 120% and then be down 40-50% within like the same week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the good thing is, like in your situation, you really don't need the money. You know what I mean? Like you don't need it to pay your bills. You don't need it to, feed your kids. You don't need the money. So who cares? I mean, whatever.
So all the cryptos have been like tanking here the last week. Mm-hmm. Did you pick something up during the dippy dip?
I only bought some more Doge. Like around the 20, kind of like the 25 cents. I bought it on the way down. I haven't picked it up anymore. We're doing some big remodeling here, so I can't really put too much more in the market right now. And I might have to actually sell some stuff, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we have like a big construction project here for the house. We're gonna redo.
That's really good though, because you did text me and say you got in at 25, and I was actually waiting like a doofus for it to go lower.
Yeah, no.
And it never did.
So I like technical analysis. I know some people don't like it too much, where you read the charts and you see supports and resistance and trend lines. Mm-hmm. And I saw, dude, this was Sunday, right? Yeah, I think it was Sunday. And I was so scared because it broke 25 for a while, maybe like 30 minutes. And I was like, shoot, I almost cursed. I was like, oh no, this is not good. Because if it breaks 24, 25, then the next support is like 13. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, so if it would break, I probably would have had to sold there, because the floor was too far down, and I went pretty heavy at 25, because I was like, well, I think there's support here. And sure enough, yeah, it went back up. So I bought on the way down. It was like 33. I bought a little bit. It was like 20 something, high 20s. I bought a little bit. Once it hit 25, I did go in with a little bit of a bigger position, just because I thought that the support there was very solid. And for Dogecoin, I think it's interesting because, and I wonder what you think about this. Do you think there's more institutional money in Bitcoin and Ethereum or in Dogecoin?
Bitcoin or Ethereum or Doge. I think there's more institutional money in Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Right. And this is
My
just an
personal
assumption.
opinion.
Yeah, I haven't really done any research
I
on
have
this.
no facts to back that.
I mean, this is definitely feelings over facts, or feelings over facts here. So, but yeah, so I think there's a lot of institutional money right now shorting the cryptos, and I don't think that Doge has that as much as other cryptocurrencies do. And again, this is just like a gut opinion that I probably should look into it. But yeah, no, that's also another reason why I'm kind of in Doge still.
In the dip, I bought, for the first time, I bought some XLM.
Well, I don't even know what that is. XLM.
I don't either, man. That's what's terrible is you buy these things, you don't even know what the heck they are. You're like, oh, buy some XLM. They're down 30%, you know?
Dude, there needs to be an intervention for you, dude.
I know. So I have that, but I'm up 43% on it. So it's like, okay. But I didn't buy a lot. I just bought like $1,000. So I'm up like $442 right now on that. I did buy some Ethereum for the first time.
And what'd you get in Ethereum at?
I got in first time at 1,300, and then I bought some more at I want to say 1,100.
Oh, dang! So you're solid right now.
No. What is it trading at? 20? No, it was 2,300. That's what it was.
2,300. Okay, yeah,
2,100. Yeah.
Okay.
I was 1,000 off.
Yeah.
And that's
I was how much money Mike has, by the way. 1,000 off doesn't make a difference to him.
Yeah. So I was just, I was trying to, man, I really honestly thought, because all the experts and the big guys, you know, that were streaming were like, it's going to go low. It was that Sunday morning. And they were like, the hedgies are going to push it down and they're going to tank it. And then they're going to buy it back. And then they're going to ride it to the top, you know, and then sell it, you know, so I never bought Doge. And so when you bought 25, I was like, I think I even told you it's going lower, and it never did. Like, oh, Joaquin got that one right.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't know. You made 40% on the coin that you had no idea. You know, like nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. Yeah.
I know.
This is none of this financial advice, by the way. Don't do anything that we're doing.
Yeah, we are not financial advisors.
Yeah. Go watch Dave Ramsey or something if you want actual things to listen to.
Better than I deserve. Yeah. So that's the advice that we are not giving you today. Is,
yes.
Buy and don't sell, and then buy stuff that you don't know what the heck it is.
The more you don't know, the better. The better.
That's right. Ignorance is bliss, my friends.
It sure is. You make 40% profit guaranteed, or your money back, right, Mike?
That's right. At the end of the day, it's just your lunch money. So that's the show.
Oh, dude. Okay, and also, so touching on something a little different here, similar vein though. How does your mental health feel with all this kind of fog and uncertainty and just chaos?
Man, it's stressful. I've learned how to manage it. I learned, you know, today I was having these thoughts exactly. It's funny that you mentioned that. Today I was like, you said a while ago, you said $1,000 is nothing. $1,000 used to be something, but it's like you get used to it. And it's a scary thought because you get used to numbers, and they just become numbers, and it's like zeros or just become zeros. And so it's not so much about the amount. And I think you said this last week, it's the percentages.
Yeah.
And so if you start looking at percentages instead of numbers, you go to a place where you can almost kind of become numb to the amounts of money, or you know, and there's always somebody bigger, there's always somebody who has more money, there's always somebody, but it's like you do have to separate your emotions from it, and that is so hard, and that brings you to a place mentally that you're just like, you know, oh God. Then I don't know if that answers your question, but how about you? I mean, you're
I'm not as diversified in speculative assets as you are. But yeah, no, I think touching on that percentages is important, right? Because if I have $20,000 in the market and you have $200,000 in the market and someone has $2,000 in the market, it's all about like percentages. There's like, so it doesn't matter if Mike made, 50,000, because it was like 2%, it's all about percentages. Just getting that mindset, I think, is very important, because it doesn't really matter the figure amount. It's more about percentages. But with my there's times where I just kind of want to like sell everything, and just
and be normal.
Just kind of sell it all and just wait and see what's going on. But I think there's good things in what you said about them being just digits, just how many shares, how many coins, how many this and that. And but I think it's weighing on mental health for sure. I think subconsciously, even if you say diamond hands, locking in profits can feel rewarding. But the thing is, right now, like we touched on, a lot of these communities that aren't selling, it also kind of helps because I feel like you're a part of this community, and the leader, the person that had like Doge father or Elon Musk or whatever,
Elon Musk,
they're not selling, right? So like, why would you kind of like put some sort of peace in your life knowing that these people aren't selling either, that you're not alone? Maybe it's all because we just want to feel like a part of a tribe, or what I mean, who knows. But there's definitely times where I just want to like cash out and sell everything, take my profits, and just build a savings account. But then I think about like, okay, inflation, and like there's gonna be just losing money at that point when I can be in companies that I like, or some speculative assets that I think are gonna play out better. So I think there's a lot of good and bad when it comes to investing like a ape.
Exactly, like a silverback. Yeah, apes to the moon. Yeah, exactly. Man, I just think that, every time I have that same thought, like I'm just going to sell everything and get out. Then I'm thinking, oh man, but like big tech or tech is down so much right now. It's such a discount. There's so many tech companies.
That's what kills me, dude. I think that's what's killing me. Like, seeing Tesla at like 550, or seeing like Enphase at like 120, like certain companies that I think are good companies, that they're hitting their bottoms right now. And I just want to be like, I feel so much safer in certain tech companies for the next 15 years than I would in like Doge or, other speculative assets. But like, you just made 40% on the coin that you don't know.
But what's hard right now is because even if so I got out of everything in January, but then I started to swing trade, and I was doing things, and I was doing very well from like January to February. Swing trading. Swing trading is like buying something today and holding it for a day, a week, a couple of weeks, until it goes back up and selling. And I was doing that, and I was doing very well. And then all of a sudden, the bottom fell out in March, right? And I got stuck in a couple of trades, and I'm still in them, and I'm not going to sell. And I thought about selling a few days, but it just, as you know, the market just kept going lower and lower. It was like when we thought you couldn't go any lower, it's going lower. So you have the decision to just sit there and just go, oh my God, I'm down. Or you can go, oh, I'm going to buy the dip. I'm just going to keep buying and buying. But like, I see so many people online, and they're like, we're tired of buying the dip.
Yeah, did you see the meme that I sent you of my dog looking like sad at the wind? And I'm like, let me see if I can pull it up really quick.
Yeah, well, you can put it on the video.
Oh yeah, I'll just post that.
Yeah, just post it up there. The dog.
But it just looks, it's like when you buy the dip, but it keeps on dipping.
Oh, dude, the dippity dip, and everybody's just like, ah!
Yeah. I think it's who knows, dude. I don't think this can last forever. So everyone, just please be careful, including you, Mike, including myself, dude, because. There's no fundamentals in a lot of these plays, man. There's no way AMC or GameStop should be worth what they're worth right now, realistically. Maybe for sure GameStop, but AMC, like I think maybe there can be a renaissance of theaters coming back, especially after COVID. But for GameStop, I just don't see it, man. Unless they do like a complete 180 and like just revamp everything.
They're late to the online game, to selling their goods online.
And stuff, you can't compete with Amazon at this point. If you're GameStop, you just can't compete with Amazon at this point. So they have to. I think I saw something about NFTs, which is another can of worms that we can just get into one day.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yeah,
see, I don't understand any of that. You would have to like school me on that.
It is. It's all it's all right. It's all crazy. It's just all nuts, man.
All I know is you can like draw a picture and put it online, and people give you a bunch of money. I don't understand how it works.
So it's running. So I think that's why Ethereum had like a giant run too, because it's running off the Ethereum blockchain like network, which is a lot of good things that are happening with Ethereum. But I think that played a huge role, especially like a few months ago. Like NFTs were going for millions of dollars, dude. Like, which is a digital a digital, like it's like a digital, it could be an image, it can be a tweet, it can be something that is just online that is traced to you through the Ethereum network, and that's what people are paying money. So maybe we should like NFT these episodes.
We should, yeah. It's a great idea. I don't even know what that means, but yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I can't even imagine being like an old person right now. Like, my dad asked me about Bitcoin and Doge and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know how to explain it. I barely understand how to explain it to you. And then he's like, well, I want to buy some of that. I'm like, the process that you have to go through to actually buy cryptocurrency is so like pain in the rear. And then, I mean, by the time you get to it, it's like a week. It's like, oh, something dipped. Well, let me buy some. And then you got to go through this and that and fund your account. And then it's a week later, it's already back up. That was the most frustrating part about it.
Right. Yeah, you missed most of the games at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's interesting times. I'm glad that you're making money on AMC, and I hope it goes to $100.
Well, let me clarify. I haven't made any money yet. And I don't make money until I sell. And like this could all go back down to $5 tomorrow. And it's just.
And that's the thing that we do. Like, and I know you do this too, but it's like, let's say you have 100 shares or 100 coins of an asset. And then you're like, okay, when it hits X dollars, I'll have this much fiat, this much money. You know what I mean? And then like we start planning things, and like it's just very dangerous, man. Everyone just be careful. Try to be careful and try not to go all in with all your money. But maybe you should.
And if you do make some money in the stock market or at the crypto, or anything, make sure you set aside 20-30% for taxes. Because it's coming. Yeah. It's part of the game. You might as well just go ahead and get it ready. So when I sell something, I take 30%, I put it aside, and I don't touch it because I know it's coming.
Yeah, no, definitely pay your taxes.
Yes, because you will go to jail.
Yeah,
it's not worth the fees and the penalties and everything. You're going to wind up paying more. So you might as well just do it right the first time.
Yeah.
And that is financial advice.
Coming from Mike, because I am not a financial advisor.
I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm giving you a tidbit of financial advice there. Pay your taxes. How can that go wrong?
I mean, who knows, man? It's the internet. Everything can go wrong or everything can go right.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, cool, we're at 47 minutes. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we kind of wrap this up?
I don't, man. The market just closed, so I'm going to go drink some vodka or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't checked my stuff this morning, my portfolio. So who knows? But I have just a little quick, and for the quick story, I have a friend who has most of his money in Bitcoin. I think he owns like half a Bitcoin. And when it was 65,000, it was 30 something K. And now when it hit whatever it's at, he lost 50% of his kind of. You know what I mean? His assets. So just be careful, have fun, diamond hands, don't do drugs.
Now, did you sell your Doge when Elon was on Saturday Night Live?
No.
70? Did you sell some Doge?
No, I didn't. I haven't sold. No. I probably should have, hindsight, but I might sell. If it hits around 75 cents again, sell a portion. My average cost right now is like around 15 cents. So
that's really good.
Yeah. Because the problem. Oh, this is also very important here. You can fall into this trap where, let's say you get into Doge at 5 cents, for an example, and it runs all the way down, all the way up to 75. You make a big profit, right? But let's say it drops down to 50 cents and you buy more, and it drops down to 40 cents and you buy more, and it drops down to 25 cents and you buy a lot more. Before you know it, you can be, hovering 35 cents average cost, right? And for stocks or companies that actually have good fundamentals and you believe in the long term, it's not a big deal, right? If you buy in at a certain, price versus another price. But when it's momentum driven, when it's kind of hypey, you do want to be careful with that. Before you know it, instead of having a 5 cents, average cost, you can be up at the 45 cents average cost. So you do want to be careful with that. It's kind of a trick and a trap that we play on ourselves, because like, oh dude, I made so much money and it's going to go back up to 75 cents. But you do want to be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah. I literally just probably need to sell all my crypto. I mean, it's crypto is like the roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, but you're making. I mean, you don't make money until you sell. You're right, but you're making some gains.
Yeah, but I'm in Doge at 53 cents.
Yeah, yeah.
You're in it at 15 cents. That's great. But see, I got in too high. I got in after Saturday Night Live, and I thought I was smart buying when it went down. But my whole thing is, of course, every time I wanted to buy it, I was going to buy it 19 cents, and I couldn't get my money in fast enough, and it just kept running.
Do you have a Robinhood?
I do not have a Webull now. I got a Webull.
Well, Webull has it. Robinhood's just the easiest. I have most of my money there just because, like, the whole. I know, especially you must hate Robinhood, but they're just the easiest, and they give you like the best price for the coins. Me, Kevin did a video on it. But you don't have your own wallet and you can't transfer it. But for me personally, like, I'm not holding on to Dogecoin for the rest of my life. It's like I wanted to hit a certain price, and when it hits it, I'll sell. You know, so for me, it's not a big deal that I can't own.
What is your Doge price?
My Doge price probably so I have 15,000 coins, and probably 5,000 to 7,000 of those are swing trades, you know. So if I can get out at 75, maybe I'll probably get out with a few 5K coins, and then the rest I will just kind of let it ride. So
75 cents, that's your
again, it could go, but who knows? It depends on the situation that I'm in. If I get more money coming in and I don't need it, then I'll just let it ride if I see a lot of momentum going on. But I don't really have a plan. If it hits $1, probably then that'd be nice. But
that's my number is $1. I think Doge will eventually hit $1 because I think Elon will. He at least wants to see that happen.
Yeah, but it's kind of scary putting all your kind of eggs in one Elon basket, right? Because if this dude is like, "Hey, never mind about Doge, I was wrong, or I don't want it anymore," like, dude, that thing will tank. You know what I mean? I don't think he'll do that, but it's putting a lot, especially the people that have most of their money in Doge. Like, dude, snap of a finger. Never mind, JK, bro. I was kidding. Your investment is like bye-bye, dude.
Which you could do.
Yeah.
Cool,
dude. My camera did not overheat.
Wow.
For 52 minutes. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You want to sign us off?
Yeah, man. Well, I got to give the game room back to my son so he can play Xbox with his friends. Nice. So
cool.
I have to reserve my game room. So thanks again for joining us, and please follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the channel. We would love that. And hit a like, share it with your friends. Please drop us a comment down below and let us know of any topics you'd like for us to talk about. We'd love to hear from you. And we just love doing this, and we're going to keep doing it until people stop listening to us.
Until AMC hits $100, and then I can mooch off of Mike's net worth.
Yeah, and then I'll be buying you a new computer. So I said that on. So
yeah.
All right, man.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. Check us out on all podcast platforms, YouTube, and our Instagram page at Lunch Moolah. Got any show ideas? Email us at mikeandjoaquin@gmail.com. Have an awesome day, and don't forget your lunch money.